all you Splinterheads. Welcome back. Bronze Dragon here, saying thanks for liking and subscribing. I do appreciate your time when you stop by to listen to me talk about Splinterlands and whatever else gaming related I'm talking about. So, thumbs up. Thank you. With that said, not a whole lot of news this week, and a lot of other YouTubers cover the town halls and everything. I did find it interesting that they're going to a two week, every other week type of thing for the town halls, which is fine. I thought every week was a little bit much at some points, but there wasn't a whole lot else to talk about. So this week I kind of want to get back into discussing cards and basically what I'm doing with my accounts. So today might not be an extremely long video, but I know there's lots of better players than myself that watch these videos, so I do appreciate it. So I'm coming at you to get your opinion. So if you've been watching for a while, just checking my audio levels, if you've been watching me for a while, you know I run 3 accounts. Okay, have my primary account, have my secondary account. They both are played by Archmage, which in the future I'm deciding, when they make the bot ban change, I probably will go to manually playing my main account and then transitioning my secondary account into Wild and letting Archmage continue to play that. Still up in the air. At this point, I started the secondary account whenever the transition was to soulbound reward cards. Okay, I started up specifically at that time period, and we'll take a look at what this account has. And I'm not going to go really in depth. I just want to show you what this kind of basically. This is like a dumping account for anything like kind of extra I had on my main account that I'm like, oh, this might help the account out and it's extra. I'll dump it on there and see what it does. Well, it's been playing and it generally plays in Silver 2 or Silver 1 in Modern. Archmage plays it. And it's been doing okay. Nothing exciting. As we've seen over the last month or so since the announcement about the bot ban, and there's been a lot of the bots leave the game and such, guess what? The competition's got harder because there's more human players, right? So I see how that works. But on both of my, just a side note, both my Archmage accounts are just the percentage of wins has went way down over the last month to 2 months, right? So I think that's the main reason. Correct me if I'm wrong. Leave it in the comments. But I am looking forward to some of your comments because I want to try to seek direction, what you guys think I should do with this account. So I know it's going to continue playing. And it will be in Wild. So what we're looking at now is its strength in Modern. So it's going to be complete change. So those of you out there, I'm kind of leaning on you because I haven't played in Modern really since I haven't played in Wild since Modern came out really. So I'm going to kind of lean on you to give me a few tips if you would, and we'll see where we can take this account. And I don't want to throw a bunch of money into it. I do have cards on my main account I could strengthen this account with. But my goal is to try to make it the best I can because I was recently invited into a guild, which up to this point, this account had not been in a guild. So I want to make the best of it and be a decent competitor in the guild brawls, right? To at least, pay my weight, right? And not just be a slug. And, I want to be able to win some matches, right? So first of all, let's go ahead and take a look at the account. Like I said, it plays in silver. Let's look at the cards. We're just going to look at owned. Let's start off with the summoners. So these are the summoners I have, okay? And it primarily uses the level 3 gold foils. Now, I've had those for quite a while, and they've paid themselves off just playing so many matches, right? But they're only level 3. Obviously, to max out in levels in silver, I would need level 4 to make full advantage of silver, right? So I have all the all the standard Chaos Legion summoners at level 3 gold foil. Now, the new Soulbound reward cards, I have, let's see, she's at 3, she's at 3, she's at 3, he's only at 1, he's at 2, but I do have him at 2 gold foil as well. This Ilthane is rented currently because it's being played in Splinter Forge. I also use this account to play Splinter Forge as well. So you can see my situation with summoners. I'm mostly level 2 or 3, mostly level 3. Okay, so that's one deficit that I would probably need to overcome to strengthen this deck, in my viewpoint. If you've listened to me a bunch, you know that I always start with my summoners first. But they're also, right now is a pretty decent time to, increase their levels price-wise. But they're usually the more expensive, except for some legendaries. Okay. Now, with that said, one other limitation on this account is the fact that I only have around 527 SPS staked. Okay. And if we look at the staking chart, we'll see that in Silver 3, to get 100%, I would need 1,800, right? Currently, I would make 100% in Bronze 1. Okay, 100% of rewards points, right? Or if I stepped up into Silver, which is where I want to play this account, I would step down to 60%. Okay, as far as rewards points goes. So I don't think it's a question at all. I've been staking. I don't draw any SPS off my accounts, but that is another limitation. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to put any more SPS into this account because I'm concentrating on my main account, which still needs SPS help, don't we all, right? So that's the other limitation. So whatever I play in, it's going to be limited. My rewards is going to be limited by the amount of SPS I have. So that's factor 2, right? So that's something else to think. So I'm probably be shooting for playing this in Silver 3 or Silver 2. Frankly, in Wild, I would be happy if this deck could compete in Silver 2. Okay, I'm kind of thinking it will only make it to Silver 3, but if I make it into Silver 2, it would be great. Okay, let's go back to the owned cards I have. And let's just start at the stuff that really makes the most difference in a deck. Okay, that's most arguable, but the epics and the legendaries are the strongest cards. That's why they're epics and legendaries, right? So this is what you can see. Mostly a selection of one, not a whole lot. If you watched my 100-pack opening video the other night, you saw I got a gold foil Queen Mycelia. So I was able to use that on my main account and throw this other one that I had over on this account. Also, same with the Fungus Fiend. I got an extra Fungus Fiend level 1. I don't quite have enough to advance it up. And once again, I don't think with the Fiends, until you get into being able to use a level 4 and get their extra ability, I don't think it's necessarily worth it to combine them. So you can see what I got here. I think it might be possible to find a couple more legendaries I can throw on this account because I have seen, since I added the Queen Mycelia to this deck, it help out my win percentage. So I think I do want to increase the level of Jin Oceanus. So at this point, if you can think of any legendaries that are decently priced, that are not like really expensive, that you think would help out a secondary account, leave it in the comments. And I'm going to say this for all the different categories because that's kind of where my mindset is. Could I throw a few cards here and there and really increase my win rate, as well as give myself more strength to go into guild brawls and such? So, okay, so let's go ahead. That was the legendaries. Here are the epics. Okay. Mostly a selection of level 1 again. There's a few of the cheaper ones that are level 2. And there's some I could do combines and like get a level 2 Tide Biter or something like that. I do have a level 3 lava launcher. Take a look at this and see once again if you can think of any one particular card that would help them this deck out. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and we will look at what Archmage has been doing with this, and it's got a good decent 50-50 type win rate, I guess, maybe a little bit better than 50-50, and it's not weighted towards one particular splinter either. As you can see, I mean, it plays water, it plays earth, it plays death. Sometimes the stuff wins, sometimes it loses, right? One thing that I can point out here is very few times do I see life and fire being played. Mostly I see a selection of water, earth, and death. So I'm going to take that, and this is just the last 20 games, right? So I'm going to take that as those are my strong colors for right now. Obviously, this is not scientific, but we could go in and look at the cards I'm weak on, which I think would be life and fire. So as you can see, once again, this Chancius the Great is rented for Splinter Forge use. So very few, only one legendary in life and fire. An assortment of epics, but once again, not a whole lot, and they're mostly level 1, except for this one. Selection of rares, decent selection of rares. These are the monsters owned. So you can just scan those. I don't know. Maybe the answer is that I just need to do a hard look and go through and just increase the level of all the most commonly played cards. Maybe that's it. Maybe there's not an easy answer here, right? This account is also where I put all my alphas at. They don't necessarily get played because they're all level 1, but they're all here. So that's where I stand with this. I think that going into the big changes, upcoming changes, this will be playing in Wild, and it will probably be limited to either Bronze 1 or Silver 3, hopefully to get into Silver, right? The other option would be that I just manually play both accounts, which is a lot of playing for me since I work all day and I have limited time at night. So, and I like to play and also make a few videos once in a while. So I mean, that's where I stand. You saw what I've got, so I want to hear what you've got. Tell me your number one, the best tip you would give me at increasing the playability and or value of this particular account without spending a bunch of money. That's the trick. So anyway, this has been Bronze Dragon. I do appreciate you stopping by. Please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I've almost hit that 250 mark of subscribers. So I'm looking forward to hitting that mark and then marching forward. So I appreciate your time, and I will see you on the flip side.